Nationwide car. Getting a little momentum going. Oh!
Whoa! Around he goes.
Whoa! No! Big hit. Oh no!
That started way back over in the middle of 1 and 2.
Unbelievable. Wasn't expecting that.
Darrell.
Sorry, guys.
The turn 1 here. Back end's hung out right there just a little bit, and it gets a little loose right there, and it's over now.
He was working hard trying to save it, but it was pretty much to no avail. You know, Darrell, these drivers and teams, they listen to the same radio transmissions that we listen to, and you've heard so many drivers say, I was too tight. You almost wonder if they compensated.
We don't know. We're going to find out here in a second. But I was getting nervous about whether or not everybody was going to believe what you and I were saying about being one lap and done. Whoa! Keep it out of the wall, keep it out of the wall, keep it out of the wall.
Got the inside wall. And he's going to get the outside wall as well.
That's what we were talking about. You know, that we saw that wiggle down there coming to the green, and normally, Jeff, it doesn't get any better.
Doesn't get any better.
Pastrana going in 1.
Like so many, the car didn't have the grip you needed, and again, when he got it around, I thought he was going to be okay, but that inside wall, this is a really narrow racetrack in a lot of areas, and he picked the one that he didn't need to as far as keeping it off the inside wall that time.
And we're down to 1.5 minutes here, so we're running. I mean, it's not going to be many more laps.
Denny Hamlin goes to the top of the chart with Austin Dillon.
Got one sideways.
And around turn 1 in the wall. And that is Reed Sorenson.
I think it was that quarter panel and the damage he had to the rear of that car that probably caused that accident.
Clint Boyer had been trying to get past Sorenson. To no avail.
And this group had really started getting dicey. You could start to see it as they were coming off turn 4 down the front straightaway.
I just wonder, Larry, if that flapping right rear quarter panel maybe cut his right rear tire down, and that's what created this problem.
Bobby Labonte driving for Frank Stoddard. Past series champion, he's involved. And the red flag will stop the clock in this session.
This is the fear that these guys all had with this kind of qualifying, that there would be some cars that would get torn up by guys trying to make moves that they shouldn't really be making, but they're desperate to make them.
And right there, that right rear gets a shot from Justin Allgaier's 51.
Oh my gosh. Something, the car turned before it got to the corner. I'm not sure if, I don't know. I have to look at it again.
Well, let's try a different angle here.
Well, Denny Hamlin at 11 had a bunch of damage too.
Head down toward turn 1 here. Running really tight, close together. Ooh, it looked like Boyer started to go the inside and then shot back to the right, and when he did, he clipped the back of the 44 of Sorenson.
Hard to tell from that angle if perhaps Boyer got turned by the car behind him.
It's kind of hard to tell. These two guys were mad at each other leaving pit road.
Chris Neville.
Mike, that's right. Clint Boyer on the radio since they left pit road, just saying how he had to get around that 44 car and he couldn't. Reed Sorenson
race car.
Yep.
And you'd think that Kurt could go as
hang on to it, Kurt. Hard into the wall.
Wow. That was a hard hit for that right rear quarter panel, and you see the damage. That was coming to the green flag, and this is going to force everyone else on the track to come to pit road.
Yeah, that's a big. Is that a big disadvantage for his teammate?
Yeah, backed it square into the wall.
Yeah.
Backed it square into the wall. He's sitting about pit road entrance.
That was a big hit by Kurt Busch.
Yeah, we talked about how important it is to come to the green with a ton of speed. He chose to run the bottom, and a lot of drivers have been up in that resin, in that second groove, and that was a interesting angle that he hit the wall backing into it. Big hit. hit the front pretty hard as well.
Yeah, that hurts every time.
It's just, you have to push these cars to the very limit if you want to make lap time.
UPS car. There was some talk of whether the team could switch points.
Whoa, guys, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
He hit that wall a ton.
Oh, my gosh.
Michael's moving around in the car. My goodness, that car just hooked, went straight in.
It did that hook and go up the hill, man.
And that was a incredibly hard impact into the safer barrier.
Look at that safer barrier right there, how it just crushed all that stuff.
That is good, though. That means that thing moved.
It's great. It's just incredible.
I think you're going to see him get loose the minute he turns down into the corner.
Yeah, and he's just, man, and that thing just absolutely.
I will guarantee you that impact was well over 180, probably 185 miles per hour. We've already seen 199 or better getting in there going straight.
That's the part of the racetrack.
Gosh. I can't even hardly watch that.
It's a part of the racetrack, but Murray said was a little slick getting in. Not knowing if Michael changed his line a little bit, got a little too much into that speedy dry.
Oh.
26-20.
Oh, trouble for the 48.
Oh, my gosh.
Blew it right front, I think.
I think you're right.
Big hit.
Red flag.
Man, that thing just shot right.
The tire looked up to me. What was that? Something, maybe a suspension component or something broke in that right front.
I don't know. The tire looks.
No, the tire is down.
Is it down? It's soft. I think it's sitting on the splitter. We can't see how.
Jimmy has radioed in. He's okay.
Going. And then just all at once.
What in the world? I just can't imagine what turned that thing straight in the wall. I mean, that was 3/4 of the way through the corner.
Wide open in the throttle right there. Back in the gas.
Now, after it took off, he locked the brake, locked up the left front all the way to the wall.
What's this thing? Just all of a sudden,
there.
All of a sudden, she could
tell
just.
It's not really turning. Something's. Yeah. I mean, to me, that's like something the steering broke.
Well, but Jeff, if you watch the car, it got a little wee bit loose. You reckon that when he corrected, he just didn't have time to get it rolled up?
No. He could have still pulled it away from the wall.
Chase Miller on the track now in the 46 car. Got to race his way in on time.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, no, that's not good.
He's not going to save that one. Oh, that was a hard lick. A hard lick right there.
Look out on pit road. Wow. So turn
Winning
4.
it down. That's good.
Very good. Turn 4 proves very tough for Chase Miller, but see him moving around inside the car.
Yeah, that sign, he puts that window net down. That's his sign to the safety personnel that he is okay. They say to put it down if you're okay and leave it up if you're not. That way they know. He's jumping out. And that's good to see.
Not happy. He is not happy. And I can't blame him.
Now this thing just jumps out so far that he just can't quite get it saved, and it sends him through the grass.
Chase Miller released from the infield care center, walking fine. How are you feeling?
Physically I'm doing fine. I hate it for ourselves, Key Motorsports, and everybody out here. It's just the car got a little tied up off the corner and kind of snapped loose on me a little bit. And I was going to lock it down. I realized there's people over here, all this stuff lined up. So I just kind of corrected a little bit, just kind of held the wheel straight to see if maybe I just get a straight shot and maybe make it back on the track. But very seldom, obviously, do you get to go through the grass and get straight back on the track. It's a big hit. It hurt a little bit, but just.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
He's back up the racetrack again. Oh, he's not catching that one. That's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt. Boom. Yeah. You could say he did it the first lap, too. Once you get in that, he got away with it the first lap in the gray area.
Because of the new tires.
Right. Toast. Yeah, you get in that gray area, you're done.
Yeah, he got up on the first lap, and because of the new tires, he could save it. And you talk about that first corner. it's one of those corners that you get up off 3 like you talk about, and you just say, I'm going to get a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and you're in there deeper over your head.
And he knew he had to dig because his opening lap did not get him into the field.
No.
You can't hide here. You're going to hit something here.
Yeah, and the grass is wet.
That was hard.
And those are new safer barriers there, so let's give Pocono a little bit of credit there. That those are the new safer barriers that they put up since the last time we raced here when Elliott Sadler had his accident.
Mike Skinner, the 1995 inaugural Truck Series champion, having problems in qualifying here at Pocono.
I think Mike, he got up there, and I don't think he wanted to get in the outside wall, and he probably stood on the gas. Is he on the gas here? Yeah, he's on the gas, but unfortunately it drove him down into the inside wall.
And the outside wall would have been the better wall to get into at this point. And then it's been raining up here. This grass is wet. I mean, there was no. Once you got there, you were along for the ride. Once that thing got sideways on him, he was just along for the ride. See, a splitter come out from under it as it bounced.
The 5 team did in fact pull a piece of tape, a top row of tape.
Oh, trouble! Trouble in turn 4.
And Kane is in the wall.
That was a hard lick, guys. It killed that car. He gets in there. I mean, he had a lot of speed out of the pits going into the back. I think the car just gets a little wiggly loose with him, and it right there, and it just is gone. So fast, no time to catch it.
And that destroyed the right side of that car.
That was a hard lick, Mike. He's running 180 miles an hour.
And Darrell, you've made this type of pit stop a many a time. Getting up to speed, probably all but trying to run wide open through there, coming back to take the checkered flag, I would say.
And the air pressure in these tires, Larry, when they put them on in the pit like that, they're probably got a lot of air in them. So you don't have the same grip level you had when you made your qualifying run before the pit stop.
Now that car hits the wall right rear first, but it's the right front that got the real damage.
Yeah, it's that slap, you know, he gets it loose right there, and then you try to catch it, but it's so fast you can't, and the back hits and then pops the front into the wall.
Well, about the place that thing got a little bit loose, if you go back to some of the qualifying in the showdown, we saw speeds 197, 198.
This is one ride along I don't want to take, but here we go.
It's gonna hurt.
Ouch.
And that, look at him, that knocked the breath out of him. That was a very, very...
Just 2/1000 slower than Kyle Busch.
Whoa! Oh! Save it, hang on.
Oh. He was going for it. And now the team's going to have to go to the transporter and get a backup car for Greg. So his second place qualifying that he has now will stand.
Another look.
And let's point out something, Steve. This racetrack has got less banking by about 3 degrees compared to other places like Chicago.
Saw the back end come around.
He tried and tried and tried to keep that car underneath him, and he couldn't do it. A lot like what happened to the 29 car.
Same location.
Same location.
Teen and into the wall.
You could hear the wheel hop, couldn't you?
Down one coming.
Look at it again.
Yeah, right there. Look at the right rear. Talked about wheel hop. We saw it in practice. The first practice, we saw it last year in this race. We saw it in the spring race.
So just listen here. You heard the engine revving, and you heard the rear tires hopping on and off the racetrack. So look right here at the right rear tire as it comes into view. He's already going to start to spin out, but watch the rear tire. He almost has it saves, and then right here, the rear tire is going to, look at it right there, bouncing, and around it comes.
And around goes Jeremy Clements. Hard into the outside wall. We heard from Jeremy before he climbed into that 51, and he will not be happy about this qualifying performance. Lost that car and slams the back end into the wall.
That is what you call a hard lick right there, Rick. I mean, that is about as flat as you can hit one. That car is totally destroyed.
And that was just coming out of turn 2.
Looks like Jeremy's going to drive it back to the garage.
And surprised he can't.
You got a bent drive shaft or something like that.
Wow. Hard hitting that safer barrier. See him down there. He talked about how much character this racetrack has. Look right about the tunnel area, Jeff, and it's like more than likely the bumps induce that that looseness and around.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Trouble.
Yes, it is. I thought for a second he was going to keep it off of there.
Well, we've seen Kyle Busch in the past go to the back of the pack.
He did last night.
Yes, and win the race. We've seen his back up against the wall before, and that almost makes him as dangerous as can be. Let's take a look at the replay.
Goes down into turn 3 and 4, up the racetrack a little bit. Just gets to hopping a little bit, bounces loose. He tried his best to keep it off the wall, but there just was no way, so they will have to go to a backup car without any laps of practice until they drop the green flag.
And once again, guys, this looks bad right now for the number 18, but we've seen this happen before. Sometimes when this guy's back is up against the wall, he's at his best.
Oh, he is definitely at his best. And again, that car, he came in and carried a lot of speed, and all of a sudden that thing just hopped up the racetrack and he lost grip.
With Justin Allgaier, who was 4th in practice, but 2nd on the board so far. Oh, we got a crash on the racetrack as well. We'll be right back with you, Justin.
And Dick, that's Scott Lagasse in the 11 car.
Sorry, fellas. I thought I caught it.
Get down in here and see the back end kind of kick out just a little bit, going through the bumps, try to see it wiggle. And I think it's where there he was. He thought he had it saved, and around it went. He got away from him, and up in that outside safer barrier he goes.
Hermie, when it came around in a hurry.
It really did. We'll look at another angle here at real time. It looks like he made, Jeff, hitting those bumps in 1 and 2. Look, he got down on the white line, maybe just a little bit right there. Not saying that really caused the accident, but he was down really low, and by doing that had a lot of wheel input.
Now the Suns in 3 and 4. Oh, he's around.
And into the wall. And again.
Spun. Back then into the wall there, left rear.
That's how difficult it is.
So how quick that happened. Watch Kyle Busch drives into the corner. We talked about the sun, a little less grip down here. A quick downshift, right? Boom. As soon as he downshifts, now he's chasing the car. And watch his head. Watch his head move forward right before he hits the wall. And you really don't want to do that. Like, you really want to get your head pinned up against the back of the seat.
This happened in turn 3. Gets loose, goes around. Even a 2-time champion. 60-time winner in the Cup Series. It can happen. That's how difficult it is.
To turn 10, and it's his.
What a story as Carson hosts of he just overdrove it. And that is
exactly what
hit.
we worried about challenging that entry to turn 10 there to try to get that speed there.
Oh, that's a shame. Some pretty good damage to the back end of that truck as well. It didn't just get off the track and ruin his run for the pole.
And he probably knocked his feet around right there. And even though he's padded up and whatnot, I'm sure that one stings a bit.
You can see that those tires just really grab your truck when you bounce into them.
Boy, he had just gotten across the timing line, and
well, that's
off
the
placement
track
he went.
That's the placement of the timing line that has Andy.
Let's see how this works out. I bet he goes after it about as hard, kind of like Brian Vickers did. Nothing would surprise me.
It's out of control. They first lose.
Yeah. You can see it. Oh, and around.
Yeah, he tried. I'm telling you, the car just too loose.
You can see it bottom out whenever he went down into turn.
Sorry, guys.
At that point, he had to get in the throttle because he's trying to make a lap. There's no grip when you get outside that groove. makes it, you know, he commits to the corner. He had to get in the throttle.
You see, I don't know if that was the splitter that hit right there. It shot the car up the track right at that point.
If he came out or not. But these are guys that are trying to make the race. Oh, we got trouble.
I think it's raining. It's raining over there.
It is raining on the back straightaway.
All over the racetrack.
Caution's out. What happened here?
Mike Bliss, one of those that broke free. You see the 97 of Joe Nemechek and heavy damage.
That's Benny Gordon, the 91 car.
To Benny Gordon at 91 machine.
Just all of a sudden, it was
Richardson Jr.
Look at the racetrack.
Look at had a cloud burst, guys.
It's not even the holdback.
All right, let's get stopped here. Get to the safety truck here and get stopped. Pull it over in the grass.
No tread on these tires, folks. So when you hit something slick, hydroplanes. I mean, it's just like being on ice.
Saw Eric McClure in the 14 car, nowhere to go.
And as you mentioned, Jeff, these cars probably weren't up to 140 or 50 miles an hour at this point. And you can see all the damage to these cars at those kind of speeds.